I am back with another sump pump issue here. A lot going on here, so I'm going to try to explain as best as my knowledge. You can see I have my hookup here first of all. Got my sump pumps connected here. I got my floater connected in. This is for my battery backup, which is the buzzing you hear. Right now I think my battery's bad. It's buzzing, that's an alarm that's going off letting you know that. I'm supposed to be able to hold this for 5 seconds and let it cycle. It's not doing that. You can see my sump pump is full. The water is all the way at the top. And my thought is a couple things. Either my main sump pump here is clogged underneath, or it's just not sucking out what it can. It is moving water out a little bit, but it seems to be leveled off pretty much here. I also think my backup sump pump is not working at all. So my plan here is I have another sump. I'm going to drop in here to try to clear out the water. I got an extra hose here with a valve on the end that I'm going to screw in to this fitting here and get that going. And I just have it actually going up to my window here. I'm just going to pump it out pretty far in the yard. I don't want to be too close because having it go back into the footers isn't going to do me any good. So I'm actually hook that up here. My solution is going to be to pull out this sump and check it and see if there's any sediment in the bottom, if it's getting clogged up. If it is, I'm going to put a brick underneath it to kind of raise it off the bottom basin. That way it's not picking up. I'm sure that there's been a lot of dirt and sediment getting in here and doing that. And then my other hope is maybe take out this other sump, check it, see if there's any real issues with it. If it's broken, then replace it. And maybe get this new one put in if I find out. So 2 things I'm going to check first is just clearing out the water, getting that drained. I'm going to hook this one up to my blue hose and see what kind of pressure I'm getting to make sure it's sucking. If all of the things in here work, my other issue is that I'm probably clogged up here. You can see this is below my landscape line, so there could be something on the outside wall with my main pipe here that's clogging it up. I might have to actually go all the way to the street with that to replace some pipe just to figure out what's going on. So I'm going to take all that apart. The first thing I'm going to do is unscrew this here at this. Well, first I'm going to turn the pumps off. Unscrew this here and get that piped into the blue cord to see what kind of pressure I'm dealing with. I now have my second pump in. There's my first pump. You can see it is definitely gummed up. It's going to need cleaned up. It's pumping though, so I think that it just needs cleaned. We should be in business with that one. The other one is in. Water level is still high. I just started it. I think it's got a lot of water to suck out to get it down, so I'm going to let it run here as long as I can. You should see again there, I got my pipe going around. Going right outside. I have it about 15 feet out there in the yard. I could hear the water just pumping out of it, so I'm going to let this run for a little bit, see how long it takes until it starts to drain that water down. This is the one I took out of the sump pump. It was really gummed up. You can see all the dirt and shit I got out of there. So just to test to make sure it's still pumping, I actually have a bucket here filling up with water. And then once that float gets activated, see what kind of suction it has going on. Pretty fun. So see that it actually is still working pretty good. I think it was just really gummed up, so I'm going to keep cleaning it out. The other one is running. It was sucking everything out of there. Had a little kink in the hose, that's why it wasn't going as fast, so it should be pretty empty when I get back down there. Now I've been able to clean out the majority of this. Just been actually scraping inside of these holes. I still have a little more work to do, but you can unscrew the bottom here, take this bottom plastic plate off, and then actually just clean it out from there. My problem is all of these are pretty much stripped, so I can't get them out, and I don't have one of those fancy tools to do so. So I gotta do it the other way. Hopefully I'm just gonna bang it into there and then just keep sucking it up through this bucket and kicking it out, and that'll get rid of all that sediment. Still draining it back, just checked, it's been going for about 15 minutes, a lot of water in there. So we'll be back down there in a minute. We've been running now for about 20 minutes. You can see now it is finally drained. Pump's actually working as it should. You see it's off right now, deflated. Pump it. sucking it back out. So what it really comes down to is knowing that what was really wrong here has nothing to do, as far as I know, with these pipes being clogged. But we'll actually find that out if this fills back up. It can't get the water out. Could be the issue, but I got my sump all cleaned up. What I'm planning on doing is dropping that sump back in here and letting it run and seeing if it can keep up. If it can't, I'm just going to replace it with this one. But this is really kind of just an easy way to troubleshoot what's been going on here. So I hope this video helped. If so, I got everything hooked back up here. And what you'll notice is I did not put in my battery backup. Reason being, pump's not working. And also, my house actually has 2 sump pumps. This one's the only one that gives me trouble. I think it's because it's kind of in the lower side of the house. But I don't lose power ever at my house. I never have in the last 3 years I've been here. So for me to have a battery backup running here, it's really taking up a lot of room in here for me. So I took out the battery backup altogether. One thing I noticed when I was draining this, when I turned my pump off and I had it all the way full, the water stopped at a certain level. And what I think happens is they did some waterproofing here, as you can see there. And I think that what happens is when it gets so full like that, it does start to drain back out onto the other side. Now, yeah, it's going to make that other one do double duty, but it will never overflow over here, which is nice. So knowing that information, having a battery backup, it's just taking up room. It's obviously failed over the years. I don't need it anymore. So this is a complete fix. Everything's been draining for about the last half hour. I'm not getting any extra water. It's pumping out good. I got all my connections back together. The thing I'm going to end up doing is capping off that one on the right there. There's a check valve there, but there's nothing coming back in. So I'm going to cap it off for safety reasons, water coming in. But this has been everything I think I needed to show you. So again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, I always put random stuff up. Things are always breaking. Appreciate the subscribe and the like. We'll see you next time.